This is a story of love that runs deep, loss that cuts deeper, and hope that refuses to die. It is about a young man, his name, his spirit, his very being, which radiates everything beautiful and wonderful this world could ever offer.
Khalil Amari Allen.
I was blessed to have him for the 18 years I had him, and how much joy he brought to my life for 18 years.
What emotions come up for you, Dad?
I get jealous, not jealous, I don't know if that's the word, but envious when I see my partners doing what I used to do with my son, and they had their son.
When you look at your baby, when you look at pictures, when you close your eyes and you see him, what do you say to him?
How much he's loved, how much he's loved, and the love that will continue as long as I have breath. I will love him.
18-year-old Khalil Allen was every parent's dream. He was kind, loving, funny, humble, and obviously handsome. Khalil was college-bound, a star athlete, and at many, many times, he was the life of the party. Working hard, striving for the best in school, in sports, Khalil was shining, but his star was also rising in another arena.
I had like 1 million views on YouTube, so he was on his way, but in so many songs, he talked about his dad. I talked to him one day, and one day he was talking to his friends. He told me that, he said, his friends said, man, you sound like my dad. He's like, no, I sound like my dad. From when he was born, I was always overly protective.
And oh, so proud. Khalil was raised to be compassionate, a man of his word, a man of integrity, a man of honor.
He was from a village, so he was always thoughtful, every night. Good night, Dad, I love you. He was a joy to parent, made it super, super easy.
Khalil was smart and wise beyond his years. His future was bright. His life was just beginning. And Khalil was days away from starting a new chapter. But before his plans were put into play, an element of pure evil appeared that no one was prepared for.
On July 11th of 23, Khalil was going to pick up some food in the city. He made it to Southfield and 6 Mile when a vehicle pulls up alongside him and opens fire, and then proceeds to speed off from 6 Mile to an unknown location.
Okay.
And he held on, he fought. Ultimately, the incident did take his life.
Why? Why did this happen?
Of course, the only people that can tell us why are the people that did it. And I stress people.
What I found out since his death about rap and the danger involved in it, which is really unfortunate.
But some bad elements in the street liked his music, some using it as an anthem, if you will. And rivalries erupted with deadly consequences.
Got on the Southfield, came up on 6 Mile, and some guys ambushed him in a truck. Shot the truck, and the doctors said, well, he only had like a couple hours to live.
I fell to the ground. I literally fell to the ground. My daughter fell out. She's crying.
Hundreds of kids gathered, praying outside the hospital. Word of Khalil's shooting hit social media like a thunderstorm.
But as I talked to him, I'm in his ear, and tears was coming out his eyes, you know what I mean? So they like, he hears you. I'm like, damn, And, I just couldn't stop kissing him. I'm a Muslim, and so in the Muslim culture, when a baby is born, you say the common in one ear, they're done, so the call to prayer in one ear, and a start of a prayer in the other ear. So that was customary, so I did that upon his birth.
I said, in my mind, I said, I don't feel like he's gonna be able to make it. And that one tear is the last thing I remember. And then they start saying they were losing him.
And in a mere moment, Khalil was gone.
God gives you your children, they're a gift, right? And I totally believe and know that my child was a gift. But then when it's time to go and the take back, I too understand that, but my question is, why did it have to be so tragically brutal?
9 months, I couldn't get out of bed, you know. Here lately I have started, tried to do a new venture, but it's hard. I mean, I spent so much time trying to talk to him and teach him things, but I didn't know that this was even in the, because I didn't think it was necessary, I had no clue, I didn't know.
Of course not, because Khalil was a great kid from a great family and was destined for great things, with an athletic scholarship and academic success to follow. But a crew of criminals robbed him of what he could have become.
And who are these young men, and what was the motive, or if there was a motive? Because if taking my son's life bumped you up in your life, wow. So that's all I can say is wow.
My son was killed over nothing.
Khalil may have been targeted because of his talent and where it could have taken him. Sometimes spite and resentment fuels fury.
It's our kids killing our kids. All of you are walking the same walk. And instead of being able to walk together, you split. And that split just created harm, murder, and pain for parents, families that will never ever go away.
It was less than 2 weeks before Khalil was set to leave for Claflin University in South Carolina. What was meant to be a time to celebrate became a farewell. Joy turned to mourning, and laughter gave way to silence. It was a final goodbye.
That will never ever go away. Never ever. I know that my life has forever changed. It's just no doubt. And I know a number of other mothers and fathers, same boat. Only thing different is our children's names.
I am gravely sorry for their loss. They shouldn't have had to go through this. Nobody should bury their own child.
No.
It should never happen.
So for Khalil's mom and dad, grief has become a fire, an unrelenting force that fuels them. Out of unimaginable loss, they have chosen to rise, transforming their sorrow into a powerful movement of love, creativity, and action. They are fiercely committed to honoring their son's life and legacy through fashion, through art, through unshakable activism. Every step they take is etched with his memory. Every word they speak echoes with his spirit. They have turned pain into passion, heartbreak into hope. And while the journey is heavy, their mission is clear: to create real, lasting change. And through it all, they feel him, Khalil, their beautiful boy, watching over them, guiding them, and pushing them forward every single day. If you know anything at all about the murder of 18-year-old Khalil Allen, call 1-800-SPEAK-UP or go to DetroitRewards.tv. If your information can move this case forward, you will get $5,000 and you will remain anonymous. I'm Andrea Isom. Please, let's all do the right thing.